Hello, I'm Jessica Ryan Keeney. I'm the Department of Child Support Services attorney for two small Northern California counties, and I'm a former city attorney for a very small Northern California city. I've been a practicing attorney since December of 2009, and the bulk of my practice that entire time has been family law. None of what I'm about to say is legal advice. This video is for educational purposes only. Always go seek the advice of an attorney who can advise you on your case specifically. Having said that, I did a video earlier, and it was about Jackson credits, basically explaining what they are. And we had some people ask, how do you go about asking for them? So this video is going to explain one of the ways you can go about asking for Jackson credits in the state of California. Again, this is not legal advice. This is for educational purposes only. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. They may be the topic of a future video. You may get an answer, which still won't be legal advice, but we always like new ideas and we want to know what our viewers are interested in. Remember to keep it kind in the comments. We love a spirited debate. I'm tongue-tied. We love a spirited debate, and we love to learn from each other. And there will always be people who don't agree with the program and don't agree with what we're saying, and that's fine. I'm just here to explain what I see, how documents can be drafted, how to navigate the program as it is, and educate the public. Thank you so much. Be sure to give a like to this video, which is really just a thumbs up. Make sure that you've subscribed to our channel, click the bell so that you get updates, and let's jump in head first to how to go about asking for Jackson credits. There will be a link in the description to a write-up, which will end up appearing on my webpage, and I don't know how detailed the write-up is going to end up being, but there will also be a link to where you can get a free request for order, which is the form that I'm going to be showing you how to fill out in this video. Again, not legal advice, but thank you for tuning in. Here we are. We have the request for order, and I got this off of the California Court's website. We're going to go through this as quickly as we can. So every form starts off the same, and that is by entering your information in the title block. And if you've got an attorney, your attorney will enter their information in the title block. So in this scenario, Sam Smith is father, and he is self-represented. So he's going to enter his name here, up there with name, and then his address. Don't forget the city, the state, and in our scenario, this is California. And I'm putting X's in there because obviously this isn't real information, but you, as you're filling this out, will enter your real information. And there's his phone number. Now in this situation, he has no fax number, and he'll enter his email address here. And again, this isn't his real information. And then he's in pro per, which means he's self-represented, so we put that here under attorney for. Okay, and then we have to say which county this case is in, and so you're going to put the actual county that your case is in. We are in the fictional county of any county, California, and the courthouse is at 456 Main Street. Obviously, you're going to put the real street address of your courthouse and the mailing address. And some courthouses have a branch name, some don't. Okay, so now here for petitioner and your respondent, you're going to put the actual name of the petitioner and the actual name of the respondent. In our scenario, we have Sam Smith as the petitioner, and we have Mary Smith as the respondent. Okay, and we're going to check these boxes here where it says request for order, and we're going to check change, and we're going to ask for change of child support, and then we're going to check the other box. Well, it won't let us check it, but that's okay. We would ordinarily check that other box, and we're going to write in here equitable credit. And unfortunately, we are at the mercy of this form because we get what we pay for. So you may end up having to handwrite some information in here. You may have to check the other box and then handwrite in that you're asking for Jackson credit, because as you can see, this free form isn't letting us do that. And we can see here that the reason is likely because this text field overlaps these other text fields. So who knows how ugly that's going to look. Well, and now it doesn't want to cooperate at all. Okay, don't forget to put in your case number. And this is the case number of your actual case. Okay, and then this line here where it says Notice of Hearing, Section 1, and then we're supposed to put the name of who this is to. This is to Mary Smith, and she's the respondent. She's always going to be the respondent in this case because you never change the role petitioner versus respondent. Okay, and this is what gives mom notice that this motion is being directed at her. And then the court will fill out the date, time, and department of the hearing. Some courts you call ahead and you get the date and time. Some you leave it blank. Some you just know when the next one is going to be. It's up to you to know the culture of your court and what they want you to do. In this scenario, we're just going to take this to the clerk's filing window. The clerk will fill in the date when we get there. This next section here, we may already know which department it's going to be in, and if we do, we'll fill that in. And then don't forget to check that the address of the courthouse is the same as noted above, unless it's not, because some courthouses have different mailing addresses than they do appearance addresses. So if the mailing address and the physical address of the court are different, then you will check other and put the physical address of the court. Okay, now we can move on. Down here where it says court order, we're not filling this out. That's for the court to fill out, and it doesn't it's not relevant. It's not going to be used in this situation. Well, I mean, the date and the signature will, but all this other stuff won't. Okay, moving on to the next page. So now this is our actual request for order, and we're going to go through this. We're not asking for restraining order information, so we're not going to check there. We're not asking to change custody, so we're not going to check there. And we are going to ask for some child support orders, though. So we're down here on the third page. We check, we put an X in the box next to section 3. We need to fill out the name and the birth date. Actually, this one just asks for age. DCSS forms frequently ask for the birth date and the amount of child support requested. So if we were asking for guideline child support, we would click this box here. But that's not what we're asking for. We are asking for $0 per month payable by father. And we can either put that there, or we can put it in the other orders section. Okay, and now we're going to change a current order. And so we check this box here, section 3B, and we're going to tell the court when that last order was made. And if we don't know when exactly the order was made, we can put round about the date that it was made. So this order was made sometime in 2018, and we're going to fill in this section what the order was for. And it was for father. Nope, this is another overlapping section problem. This order was for father to pay mother $300 per month child support. And then we're going to say that the court should make or change the support orders because, and then we're going to briefly explain, the children started living with dad on March 5th of 2021. You get to see all of the things my fingers want to do while I'm typing. They don't necessarily want to cooperate. Put a period there because it's a full sentence. If we ran out of space here, then we would check here, and then we could fill in the rest of the information in the attachment. And I went back up here to section 3A to make it clear that we want $0 per month payable by father to mother. That way we're ending the support order that's currently in place for father to pay mother. Okay, so now moving on. Section 4, we're not asking for anything there. We're not asking for any property control, so we're going to skip section 5. Section 6, we're not asking for attorney fees or costs. Section 7, there's no domestic violence restraining order. Section 8, other orders requested. So here's where we tell the court that we're asking for Jackson credit. So father asks the court to give him equitable credit, aka Jackson credit, from March 5th, 2021 to the end of September 30th, 2021. And then we'll also make it really clear here that father also wants the court to order that he pays $0 per month for Chris and Tanya to mother. Okay, and then number 9, section 9, we're not asking for anything there. Section 10, facts and support. We're going to check here, and there's not enough room to fit everything in this section, so we're going to check next to attachment 10. I have attachment 10 already open. And then we're going to keep going down this page. Father signed this on 9/20 of 21. And we're going to put his name here. Okay, now we're all ready. So we can go ahead and we can print this form. And in this situation, I'm inclined to print it to PDF because the facts in support of Dad's motion won't fit on the request for order. We use this declaration, which is also judicial counsel form. We wrote attachment 10 and we explain the facts in this on this page, and then we give the law. And that is the case of Jackson v. Jackson, 1975, 51 Cal Lap 3rd, 363. And basically this means that the court has the discretion to grant father equitable credit, aka Jackson credit, for the period of time the children started living with father until the effective date of the new child support order. So that's what we want the court and mom to get out of that piece of case law that we cited there. And the reason why this is important is because the court can't make child support, well, they can't modify child support retroactive or before the date that the motion was filed. So the kids went to live with Dad on March 5th of 2021, but Dad didn't file this motion until September 9th of 2021. And Dad stopped paying Mom that $300 a month child support when the kids went to live with him. And so now what Dad's trying to do is get the court to acknowledge that he discharged his duty to pay child support by having the children live in his house starting March 5th, 2021. The sample language that is used here will be in the write-up for this series of videos. A link to that write-up will be in the description. As always, thank you for tuning in.